Cup was in Mexico. It would be hot and humid. The matches would be played at altitude. But England expected to do well. England flew out to Colombia to acclimatise to the heat. The players were confident. They were world champions. They were a better team than '66. They had Bobby Moore.
1, 2.
The players might have enjoyed the sun, but it was hard work training at high altitude with only thin air to breathe.
You've just had a 50-yard sprint and you're still panting some minutes after it. Does it really take it out of you, a real run?
You can do what you want, you can run, but just recovering is a little bit difficult. But if it's really difficult, usually you find that you vomit a little bit, but none of the lads have had anything like that, so we're quite pleased, really.
Meanwhile, at Camp England, all was relaxed and carefree on the day of the crucial quarter-final with Germany. But those endless hands of gin rummy had a devastating side effect.
I was good in the sun.
Players felt in great shape for the quarter-final against West Germany, a repeat of the '66 final.
How's morale among the team at the moment?
Very, very high. The lads are very, very confident. We know we've got a very difficult job ahead, and we know the people at home are wanting us to do very, very well. And naturally, we want to do well for them as well as ourselves. And if we have our way, naturally, we'll be bringing the cup back again.
England were a strong squad with strong characters, but now they lost the only player they couldn't really replace. Goalkeeper Gordon Banks fell ill.
Harold Shepperson would go count the players, 22 players, and we had 21 players. And Elton, who is it, Harold? And he looked, Banksy. And I heard exactly what he said to Alf. He said, he said, Banksy's got Montezuma's revenge. He's sitting on the toilet, can't get off. Alf stood up, looked at Peter Benetti, and he said to me, Peter, you're playing today, all right? And I can remember stuttering something like saying, sure, Alf, that's okay.
It was only an hour before the game. We'd all got on the bus, and we were one short.
But as far as I'm concerned, there was no mystery about it at all. I was confronted with a player who had got a tummy upset, and Banksy went straight to bed.
England's best laid plans began to unravel.
Already now for this quarter-final of the 1970 World Cup. West Germany to kick off against England. Well, England's still on the attack. Bobby Charlton. Charlton trying one. It was nearly there. Bobby Charlton scored 49 goals for England. He's never scored one against West Germany. It'll be a great thing for him if he can make the 50s.
We were easily the better side in the first 20 minutes, and I picked the ball up on the left-hand side of our box, the ball's played to it, and I played it to Martin Peters. He knocked it back to me, and I just saw Keith Newton making a run, and just smacked it with my left foot out to Keith Newton.
Newton should take it past over us now. Run at him. The ball for Murray! Alan Murray! Alan Murray! How about that one? Alan Murray scores his very first international goal, and it couldn't have been a better one. It is 32nd international. Alan Murray gives England a 1-0 lead. Here it is again. Newton makes all the running. A beautiful ball stuck through. Following tremendous challenge. As the goalkeeper comes, the right foot. Right in the corner.
And Mullery himself seems to turn round and run up the pitch with his arm in the air, yelling, "King, yeah!"
And Mullery sliced the defence like a knife.
Went one up, and I can remember making a save and thinking, God, I feel good.
And good handling by Benetti. Just think how many caps Benetti might have had if Gordon Banks hadn't been around.
And then at half-time, I was in the dressing room, and I remember Howard Shepperson turned to me, all right, Pete, doing well, enjoying it? I said, yeah, Howard, I'm looking forward to it.
still on the attack. Bobby Charlton. And Newton number 2. And it's there! Peters!
We played really, really well against Germany. I think for the first time it was the best we played.
And I made a couple of decent saves, not that the press would have written about that the next day.
We were fit, we were fast, we were getting into them. We went into a 2-goal lead.
It hit me right in the you-know-what. His first attempt to pass, and, you know...
I remember starting to dive and thinking, I've saved this. But somehow it just dipped and went under me. Whether it was altitude, whether it was pace, whatever, I don't know. He brought the... I couldn't believe it'd gone in. It just obviously dipped and gone under me. And ended in a net. I could not believe it.
I felt Peter was nervous.
99 times out of 100, I would have saved that shot.
Fans betting I scored a goal, and they were calling me off at the time, literally, when he did that. And I felt really well. I felt really full of running. I felt as good as I'd felt in the whole trip.
Made a substitution. Bobby Charlton's gone off, and Colin Bell, number 19, is on.
Elf decided to substitute Bobby after an hour. And then you realise what an important player Bobby Charlton was to the England setup.
But Alf said, no, come off. And I went off, and while I'm sitting there, you know, they equalise.
Bobby Charlton could only sit and watch as the team fell apart. He never played for England again.
England really now under terrible pressure. Stay there. A goal! But England are now struggling in a match they've never looked like losing. Oh, a hard low one, which got Stonegger in trouble. Still down again. Again the low one. The bounce! Well, that was the one chance perhaps that should not have fallen to... There's the signal from the German bench. Here's Grabowski again, the crowd beginning to rise to the West Germans. Grabowski trying to tantalize Cooper. A good cross ball, low on the far post. And then Muller! Muller's done it! Gertie Muller! Give that man just a fraction of a chance, and Gertie Muller does it! Low was the bloke who got it across. And Muller with 11 and a half minutes of extra time to play gives West Germany a 3-1 scoreline. So Gertie Muller still keeps alive his hope of going right through to the final and scoring in every round. Here it is again. There's Johannes Moore. Now look at Muller making a lot of space for himself, but then he comes. Muller, no problem at all. There it is, the replay.
With the winger coming in on Keith very quickly, the ball went right back over my head, and of course I didn't have time to get behind Muller again. Manna from heaven, isn't it, for a fellow like Muller? So disappointed, you know.
And the whistle's gone, and West Germany have beaten England and gained revenge for 66. All but Ipswich, and England, the world champions, are out of the 1970 World Cup.
So how much do you think Alf has advanced in his tactical thinking since 1966?
Since 1966, since England won the World Cup, I think British football is going back the way, not forward. And I think it's been proven with
From 1961, when Ipswich won the championship.
This is at international level.
Oh, we're cleaning up in Europe. All right then, tactically we're better. As a team to watch that, we're a complete...
But why are we tactically better? Why are we tactically better in Europe? Because we play against peasant teams who play primitive ways. Germany and Italy, play with a bloody sweeper.
Malcolm, we've had a lot of letters. You'll get the yellow card in a minute from Romanians and Hungarians.
I'll tell you what, Jim, I couldn't care less tonight.
No, but you must care less about peasants. You don't really mean...
You're talking about one of the top nations in the world. We've got great players in this country.
You listen to me, but I'm talking about English football. I'm not talking about international football. When you take me literally, I'm not talking about Brazilian football.
You're talking about...
Paddy, I'll tell you something. If this manager of Scotland, you would be in the World Cup. Malcolm, you're flamboyant. Where Alf Ramsey is a complete introvert, that he keeps some sports to himself. Whatever he says to his players, it's entirely his own.
Let me tell you, you've got your best tie on tonight, your nice shirt. You look fabulous tonight, you know. You keep stealing all the thunder, baby.
Everybody blames Alf for bringing our kid off at a vital stage in the game.
Muller! And Muller gets the third.
He felt that Bobby had played in every game and up to then, and that if he was going to need him, if he was going to be his best for the next match, he maybe needed a rest in this one. A lesson I've learned. I very rarely use substitutes unless I have to.
What do you want to do now?
I'm going fishing, I've got a boat, and I'm going to get a few pints, and I'm going to sit in a boat and get stoned up my mind for a while.